Hello friends, in this video, we will discuss an important aspect about the situation in Afghanistan. We are going to discuss about India's concern over the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan and also discuss what are India's policy options in the present scenario. Let's begin. To give you a quick introduction, it was on August 15th when Taliban militants took over control of Afghanistan's capital city of Kabul, nearly 2 decades after they were driven away from Kabul by the US military forces. Now, the Afghan security force, despite being well equipped and well funded, was able to offer very little resistance as the Taliban took over most part of the country once the US began withdrawing its troops from early July. Now, after the Taliban has taken over control of Afghanistan, it has put India in an uneasy relationship with Afghanistan like it did during the earlier period of Taliban rule of 96 to 2001. So let us try and understand what are the different aspects of this concern that India has due to the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. The very first and most important concern is the strengthening of Pakistan's role in Afghanistan. Pakistan, as you know, has welcomed the entry of Taliban into Kabul. And if you have gone through some of the statements that were made by Prime Minister Imran Khan, then this is one of the things that he said, that Afghans have broken shackles of slavery, according to Imran Khan, after the Taliban seized power. Pakistan was one of the few countries that had considered the Taliban's government as legitimate during their earlier period of rule. So, what is India's concern? India's concern lies in the fact that Pakistan, because of the influence that the ISI has over the Taliban, may use Afghanistan to promote Islamic radicalization and terrorism against India. And this has put India in a very difficult strategic space. Let's move on to understand a few other concerns of India. The second concern that India has is regarding the possibility of Chinese gains in Afghanistan. China and Pakistan, as you know, share an ironclad friendship. Because of this, India is concerned that China's influence in Afghanistan will increase. And China has already held an olive branch to the Taliban. China has had several rounds of negotiations with Taliban leaders earlier as well. China is one of the few countries which has not vacated its diplomatic mission in Afghanistan following the Taliban takeover. And Afghanistan is also important for China because Afghanistan is a very resource rich country. Particularly, it has important resources like lithium, which is an integral component of electric vehicles. So, what is it that China can provide Taliban? China today can provide Taliban two important things that Taliban actually needs, and that is it can provide it diplomatic recognition, and secondly, it can provide it economic assistance that can further the infrastructure development of Afghanistan. But in return, China also has certain kind of expectations from the Taliban. What is that? If you see here, there is a very narrow stretch of corridor that links Afghanistan with China. This is known as the Wakhan corridor. And the part of China, this part of China that touches this border with Afghanistan is the Xinjiang region. And the Xinjiang region of China There, China is facing a separatist movements led by the Uyghur Muslims. So China has concerns that Afghanistan should not promote Islamic radicalization in this Xinjiang region. As long as Afghanistan keeps to this promise, as long as Taliban keeps to this promise, China would be happy to provide the Taliban or the Afghan government with the kind of infrastructure needs or the development aid and international recognition that it needs. That means that we are fearing that there is going to be a Pak, China, and Afghanistan axis, which is not going to necessarily work in India's interest. Another concern that India has is, see, now in its Taliban 2.0 version, the second time when Taliban is going to form the government in Afghanistan, then Taliban has also learned some important lessons over the years, and it has learned that it will have to play to the galleries. What do I mean by this? Taliban has recognized that in today's world that is dominated so much by social media, it has to maintain a certain kind of an image. That is why you see that these kind of statements are coming from the Taliban, that Afghan women will have their rights within Islamic law. So, because Taliban is trying to project a softer image for itself, what it wants is greater international recognition for itself. And already if countries like China and Russia give recognition to a Taliban led government, that it would mean that this Taliban led government of Afghanistan will have the recognition of two of the permanent members of the Security Council. In addition to this, there are some other countries as well, like you have Turkey, you have Iran, you have Qatar. These countries are also likely to recognize a government that would be headed by the Taliban. So this time, Taliban's prospect of international recognition are much better compared to the 96 period, when it only had recognition from a handful of countries like Pakistan, UAE, and Saudi Arabia. So a Taliban that enjoys greater international recognition is definitely not going to be good news for India, particularly if Pakistan uses Afghanistan for anti-India terror activities. So these are some of the primary concerns that India has following the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. But now let us try and understand as to what are the policy options or what are the strategic options that are present before India, given the fact that we are not in a position to immediately change the situation. We have to learn to live with it and exercise whatever limited option we have. So let's understand that. Now, before I explain to you what policy options are there before India, let me give you a quick snapshot of what kind of investments India has made in Afghanistan over the last 2 decades. For example, as you can see, it's written here that India's assistance is nearly 3.1 billion. Some important projects like you have this Jaranj Delaram highway here that India has helped to construct. Then as you have the Salma Dam, also known as the Afghanistan India Friendship Dam. This is there in the Herat province. Then in Kabul, India has been integral in the construction of the Afghan parliament and also of the Indira Gandhi Institute of Child Health. So these are some of the very important investments that India has made in order to gain the goodwill of the civilian government that was there in Afghanistan till the Taliban takeover. So, what are India's options in Afghanistan? First is that India's immediate short term goal is to ensure the safety of Indian nationals and protecting these investments that India has made. Now, one thing where India is in a better position compared to what it did in the 96 2001 period is that India is now in a better position in the larger regional context. If you see during the 96 phase, when we had the earlier Taliban rule, India was experiencing some kind of political instability internally, as well as, if you remember, 98 was the year when India conducted its nuclear test, and following that, there were international sanctions against India as well. So India was internationally not in a very good position to exercise any kind of leverage during that period. But today, India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and India has the most stable democracy among the South Asian countries. So, India is in that sense much better positioned regionally. Second is that India will have to wait and watch and judge the Taliban as to whether it is going to keep its promises regarding the security guarantees. That is, whether it will allow its territory to be used against anti India activities. There is no way of knowing it immediately. This is something that India will have to watch and understand the situation as it unfolds. Second is, India can also seek the help of some friendly countries like Russia and Qatar to begin some quiet talks with the Taliban. At an unofficial level, these already began. Further, we will look at some more policy options before India. Now, see, India today is a very important economic player and an important development partner for Afghanistan. India is the second largest donor to Afghanistan. India is economically much stronger today than it was in 96 compared to Pakistan. Therefore, Taliban will also not want to overlook this aspect of importance of India. As I already mentioned, we are the second largest donor to Afghanistan. Internationally, also today, India has some leverage with respect to impacting international opinion. Like today, India is the chair of the Taliban Sanctions Committee that has been formed by the UN. And one of the demands of the Taliban is the lifting of the sanctions over the Taliban leaders. So here India can use some pressure against Taliban so that Taliban does not indulge in any anti-India terror activities. Secondly, as you know, India is presently a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. This gives India some leverage to move some resolutions in case the Taliban indulges in any anti-India activities. So at present, it's not like we have a large number of options. As I already mentioned, we are in a strategically difficult space, but it's not like we have no options at all. These are some of the policy options that India has with respect to the situation in Afghanistan. So friends, that was all for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again. Thank you so much.